Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. How are you, Mad?
I'm good. I'm excited. I can't believe this is our 5th episode already. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. We're really trucking along. We're like official podcasters now.
I know, we kind of are. We kind of have a schedule and everything, too.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we just wanted to quick mention before we really jump into the meat of the podcast today, but we made an official Instagram for the podcast. We've been really late on doing that, so we're sorry, but it's I think it's just Biased Pod on Instagram. If you want to give it a follow, I'll have it linked in the description of our YouTube videos. So. But also with that, we just wanted to reiterate kind of our schedule just for people who might be confused. So because we made the Instagram late, there are other episodes besides the one episode that we put a clip of on Instagram. So like we mentioned, this will be our 5th episode. So there's 4 other episodes out. Feel free to check them out if you want. And also, we try to be in the habit of uploading the podcast on Sunday nights, and then
on Spotify,
yeah, and then by Monday, usually I try to have it up in the afternoon, but sometimes it can be delayed. But by Monday night, usually the YouTube video version will be uploaded. And we're just Biased Podcast on YouTube, too. So if you prefer your podcasts in video form, you can check it out there. Okay, so with that being said, I think we kind of have a lot to talk about today, so I feel like we should just, jump right in. We kind of wanted to do... We basically had, a lot of things we wanted to talk about, but we kind of found a way to, tie them into one episode. So This is going to be a very film, TV kind of heavy episode, but with a little bit of, Maddie's Stan Twitter culture thrown in, because why not?
Why not?
Okay, so we really wanted to first start talking about our obsession with... Well, honestly, my obsession with, movies in general, but our, joint obsession with the movie theater. So if you wanted to start, Maddie?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, what was the best movie experience I've ever had, and I think it was probably any, Marvel movie that has recently came out. I mean, those have just been, amazing or whatever, but me and Sydney, especially us two, I feel like we would always... We had, this movie theater that was probably, 10 minutes away from our house, and it was, no one went there. It was the dead movie theater. It was almost sketchy. You, halfway, you don't, in the movie, you're is someone gonna come in and, rob the building? I don't know, but I'm here to watch the movie. You know what I mean? So, but it was, so nice. They always had, the ices. They always had the ices, which was, what we needed. And we would bring our blankets and stuff in, and we'd just watch the movie. And, we just loved the movies. And it's, we don't even, neither of us really like popcorn or anything. it's mainly the ices and sometimes some candy. And that's just, exactly what we need. But, yeah, we just love the movie. I don't know. It's so nice just being in, a quiet, hopefully it's quiet at least, building that's, dark. And you're all just watching one thing together and, sharing that experience. I don't know. It's just so fun.
Yeah, I think that's what really gets me about the movie theater, is that it's you think about it, and everyone carved out time in their day to go to this building to, observe this piece of art and, collectively, react and, enjoy it together. And I just really love that. And I love, too, I know we both do, when we watch certain movies, we love to, be a part of, audience reactions. Yeah. It's different when, it's just you and, your best friend, watching a movie and being oh my gosh, that was so cool. But when everyone is oh my gosh, that was awesome, it's just, the experience of, being with other people and, enjoying something together is really nice.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people don't like the crazy reactions and stuff and, screaming in the theater. And I understand, I'm not here for you to scream the whole movie, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, when there's something that is, exciting or, crazy in a movie, I think it's so fun for the whole theater to, like, get involved. Like, it just, like, feels like a fun, like, I don't know how to, it's almost like a sport event. Like, when they score, you're like, oh my god, like, that just happened in the movie form, though. But, like, it's just so fun. So I know when the pandemic came and we couldn't go to the movies for, like, we waited, like, 2 years at least. I know they were open, and to be fair, there wasn't much showing. But I definitely waited less than you did. But we were, like, so, like, how could we live? We would see, like, pictures of the, like, runway to get to, like, the theater, and we'd sob over that. Like, that was emotional to us. We'd see, like, the steps with the lights on them to, like, in the theater, and we'd be like, I miss this feeling so much. Like, it was, like, crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's just something that we, like, love to do together. But also, I think it's worth mentioning that you used to, like, go to the movies, like, at least once a week. Like,
I forgot about that.
Like, with your friends, like, a couple, like, when you were in, like, middle school. Like, that was, like, I feel like it used to be, like, a big thing that, like, the movies was, like, the cool hangout place. Like, even a little bit when I was, like, in middle school, high school, but, like, not really. But, like, you literally went, like, every week.
No, we call that summer the movie summer. That's literally what we call it. I don't even know what year it was because, like, I feel like probably 2018, 2019 maybe. But, like, we call it the movie summer. Like, whenever we're like, oh my god, remember when we went to see this? Like, it was the movie squad. Like, it was, like, it would be, like, the same range from, like, 6 to 10 people that would always go to the movies. And we all had, like, the AMC Tuesday thing, whatever. And, like, half the time we didn't go on Tuesday, but, like, whatever. We would see, like, the randomest movies. Half the time, I didn't want to see any of the movies, but I went just to, like, be with my friends and to, like, have this, like, thing to watch the movie, you know? And then, like, to be fair, I watched a ton of great movies that I never would have ever watched because of that summer. And it was so fun. Like, we'd always go to the dinner and movies. Like, it was just so good.
I know. I remember
forgot about that.
You used to be like, I'm going to see this movie. And I'm like, why? That sounds terrible. And you were like, yeah, I know. But, like, everyone's going. So
yeah, it's exactly what it was. And then sometimes it was bad. And, like, it was fun that it was bad. And then sometimes it was amazing. And it was awesome that it was amazing, you know?
Yeah. I think that's the fun thing about movies is, like, even if the movie's bad, like, you can still enjoy the experience of it. Especially if you're with, like, good people, which I think it goes back to, like, being with people who are, like, all in a same space, being like, yeah, we're going to commit to this, whether it's good or bad. Like, we're here, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
But I have always, what am I trying to say? I have always been, like, a big movie person. Like, I think you got into movies as you got older. Mm-hmm. But, like, I have just always... And, like, you watch, I feel like, more TV than I watch almost. But, like, I'm a big movie person. And I love to, like, rewatch movies. And because of that, like, events like the Oscars used to always be, like, so fun for me. Like, I used to, like, put down, like, who I think would win, like, what movie I thought was best. Like, I used to try and watch, like, every single movie nominated for Oscars and, like, everything and try and act, like, all analytical. Like, I knew what I was talking about when I didn't. And so, like, I feel like that was a big part, too. Especially because I grew up with a lot of friends in theater and stuff.
Yeah.
It was, like, I think a big part of, like, the culture of my, like, high school, too, specifically, was, like, you know, critiquing movies and, like, acting performances and all that stuff. Because I know you like the Oscars, but, like, you were never, like...
I just like award shows. Yeah. I think that's, like, my... Like, I love the Grammys, I love the Oscars, I love the Tonys. Like, I watch them all, you know what I mean? But, like, half the time, I haven't seen any of the stuff that they watch. But then, like, I scroll on Twitter while I'm watching them, like, they got robbed. I, like, haven't seen the show. And I, like, don't know anything about any of the people in the categories, but I'm like, oh, they got robbed, or, oh, they deserved this, you know? But, like, that's just... It's so fun to, like... see celebrities, like, go to an award show and, like, so, I don't know, I love it. Just that, like, award show culture is so fun for me.
Yeah. I think it's fun, too, to, like, jump on the Twitter bandwagon a little bit when people are like, oh my gosh, they won, so deserving, and you're like, I have no idea who this is, but okay. So I think that's a fun part of it, too. Like, all the reaction memes to, like, people who win is, like, the best part almost of the award show sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
But speaking of the Oscars, Oscar nominations came out. I don't even know when they came out. Like a month ago, maybe?
It was a couple weeks ago. A Tuesday, I remember.
Yeah, well, they came out. And we figured we'd briefly give our take. First of all, I just want to kind of say, too, like, take everything with a grain of salt. Like, we're going to be honest, we haven't even really seen that much of it, but we're just going to kind of talk about what we think. And, you know, we're two young Gen Z girls. Like, let us live and, like, critique these movies for fun. Like, don't.
Also, a lot of my opinions are either going to come from things that I've seen on Twitter or things, and I have to shout him out, on TikTok, at cinema.joe. Go check his TikToks out. He literally gives me the best source of, like, movie information and his rankings and stuff, and I appreciate his opinion so much. So a lot of it is, my opinion is those two things, because I basically have seen probably 2 movies on this list. Okay.
Also, speaking of that, Cinema Joe has been on my TikTok so much more recently.
I love him.
And I don't know if it's because, like, I was doing a bunch of prep for this podcast, like, making sure I, like, listed all the Oscar noms and, you know, like, my phone was listening to me. Mm-hmm. But I've, like, I watched so many videos of his, like, the past couple of days, and I'm just like, oh, what a cute guy. Anyway.
His has been actually getting on my For You page instead of my following, so I think he is getting bigger.
Yeah, no, he's only on my For You page because I don't follow him.
Yeah.
Okay, so, first of all,
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
It's the 94th Oscars. I was about to say Grammys.
Yes.
That's a lot. I feel like most of the award shows have been celebrating, like, their 70th.
Yeah, but film was, like, the first thing before TV and stuff. You know?
Oh, that's crazy.
I know.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So first I kind of just wanted to talk about our thoughts about, like, the Oscars, like, in general. We kind of, like, mentioned it before, but I feel like the Oscars is kind of becoming less interesting or, like, underwhelming. But not in the sense where it's, like, it's still like, to get an Oscar, like, it's still, like, oh my gosh, they won an Oscar. Like, the accolade is still, like, very high, and it's, like, a, like, amazing recognition. So it's not that, like, it becomes meaningless, but I just feel like people kind of are, like, over who gets nominated, like, thinks that certain things should be nominated or shouldn't be. Like, I think it's more, like, with the Academy and, like, the selection process, and then just, like, the actual show. It's, like, the show's kind of boring, and, like, people only like the red carpet, and, like, that's kind of it. So I don't know what you thought about that.
No, yeah, I basically agree. I, like, can't remember, the last Oscars weren't in person, right? Did they have an Oscars? I feel like they skipped a year.
They had one. It was the year where they, like,
we're, like,
at the, like, couch tables, and Z was there, and she...
Oh, I remember. Yeah, that was weird.
Yellow, I want to say?
She wore the purple Beyonce Crazy in Love dress.
Yeah.
No, but it was the one where, what's her name? Whatever, who cares? Yeah, that was boring. I remember watching it and just being like, I literally watched it for Zendaya, I feel like.
Yeah, because she presented, right? Or no?
Yeah, what won Best Picture?
I don't know. Oh, you'll tell me and then I'll be like, oh yeah. Honestly, the past 2 years has been a blur.
Yeah, exactly.
I like, everything blurs together. I don't know what. And, like, things get nominated for years that they weren't in now because of COVID, and I don't know.
Why is this, like, not telling me? It was the 93rd ones, right?
Yeah. It would have been the 93rd.
Oh, it was The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, No Man Land, and Promised Young Woman. Who do you think won?
I don't even know what you just said. Can you repeat that?
It's not even telling me who won. I think Minari won.
I should know. I don't remember.
I don't even know any of these that were nominated. Because it was the year, I do remember when, it was the year when Chloe Zhao won a lot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, anyway, that doesn't matter.
Who does matter?
But, as we were saying, there's a lot of sort of commentary on, like, who gets nominated for Oscars and, like, who doesn't, and all these things. And there was this, like, funny video that I saw of, like, Trevor Noah, and I don't know if it was old or new, but he's like, I'm convinced that the Academy, like, looks at, like, the box office and is like, okay, what are the movies that do the best at the box office that were released this year? Okay, we're gonna nominate none of those and nominate all these, like, weird movies that, like, literally no one's seen. Not saying they're not great movies, like, they are, but, like, that no one has watched, and be like, those are our Oscar nominees. And I was like,
it is true.
I was like, that is kind of true, because he was, like, talking about, like, he was like, I've seen, like, all the Marvel movies, but, like, they don't get nominated, and he's like...
And they dominate the box office.
Yeah, and he's like, and then there's this movie that, like, I've never heard of, but whatever. But, like, you know, I get it, because it's not... I think part of it, too, is to, like, kind of shine light on, like, different... You know, like, give more variety, and also not just be like... Here's a movie that we know is going to do well regardless of if it's actually, like, good or not.
Yeah.
Which, like, a lot of times, like, the big movies with, like, built-in fan bases will do. So I, like, get it, but it's also, like, I just thought it was kind of funny.
No, yeah, it was funny. I saw that.
But speaking of the Oscar nominees, were there any... I guess, first of all, what do you think of the nominees? Like... Based on, like, what, like, just, like, looking at it, what you know or may not know about it.
Was, Andrew Garfield nominated?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't understand how he got nominated, but then Tick, Tick, Boom didn't for Best Picture.
I guess I just didn't think that it was good enough.
Okay, Tick, Tick, Boom was, like, one of the only movies I saw this year, I feel like, and it was a very good one. So, also, okay, no... How did Don't Look Up get nominated?
What do you mean? Do you know how much,
I know how it got nominated, but, like, how did it get nominated?
I know.
Like, literally, I haven't even watched it, but, like, all I've heard is horrible stuff. And it's
no,
like,
I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that like it.
No.
I watched it, and I'm gonna give a controversial opinion in a public forum.
You liked it?
No.
Oh.
I think Meryl Streep needs to stop acting.
Oh, yeah. I remember you told me this. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I get it.
I'm not saying she's not good. Like, she was amazing. She has so many...
That's really controversial. You're free for that.
She has so many, like, iconic roles. Like, she, like, paved the way. Like, she's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like now... We're just throwing her into roles because she's Meryl Streep, and, like, she's not really delivering for me. Like, she kind of has, like, her three, like, honestly, in recent years, I feel like she has, like, her one archetype role, which is kind of the, like, bitchy, aggravated, like, kind of, like, comedic relief woman. Like, in Little Women, she's the aunt that's, like, kind of stuck up, and then she's the president in Don't Look Up, who's, like, kind of, like, raunchy and, like, vulgar and, like, annoying, sort of. I just feel like it's all kind of the same, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Do you want to hear another controversial Meryl take?
From you?
Yeah, I think the only thing I watched her in is Little Women.
Shut up.
I haven't even watched Mamma Mia. Isn't she in that?
Yeah, she's
I've
good.
I've never watched Mamma Mia. I didn't watch Don't Look Up. I don't even know what her other roles are besides those 3 movies, and the only one I've watched is Little Women.
Okay.
So,
sorry to all the Meryl fans.
Yeah, I'm really... Okay, you know what I thought was good, which I didn't see also, was King Richard.
Oh, yeah.
I actually do still want to see that, because I love Serena and Venus Williams. And
it's
I
on
love tennis.
HBO, I think.
Is it really?
I'm pretty sure.
I should watch that. And I like Will Smith, to be honest. I don't know if that's a weird take, but I like him, so whatever.
Well, he's nominated for...
yeah, I think he did really good in this movie that I've never seen.
He killed it. I haven't seen it, but I just know.
Yeah, I do know.
That's going to be a theme of this.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
This week's podcast. You know what category I thought was kind of stacked? Animated film. You got Encanto, Luca, Raya and the Last Dragon. Like, some quality movies.
I didn't like Raya, and I haven't watched Luca, and Encanto I watched, and I actually think it's way overhyped. So,
speak on it.
I don't know if I agree with your statement there. I actually think Luca is really cute, and I am going to Italy this summer, so I'm going to watch it to, like, you know, inspire me. And then Raya, I haven't watched the full thing. I stopped halfway through. I was just bored. I didn't really understand it, and I didn't really want to watch any more of it. And then Encanto, I mean, don't get me wrong, I am a Lin-Manuel Miranda. Like, I'm the perfect audience for him. Like, I love everything he thinks. And it's like my, what is it called?
Toxic trait.
Toxic trait, thank you. And, like, that's why I love Tick, Tick, Boom. Like, I love Hamilton. Like, I just love everything he makes. But, like, Encanto, I feel like kind of fell flat for me.
Yeah, I do agree that it's overhyped. Like, I think it's good, but it's overhyped. I don't know. It took me a while to watch it after it, like, came out, because I was kind of like, I can't really be as good as everyone's saying it is. And I didn't think it was as good as everyone was saying, but I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but, like,
I think it was also a unique perspective as a middle child.
Yeah.
To watch Encanto for me. I was like, ooh, relatable.
I low-key just didn't really like the music that much.
No, I didn't. I said this to you, but it's like, the music sounds like Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I don't mean that in a bad way, because I think he does produce, like, really good music, but it's like the way Lin-Manuel specifically, like, raps words. That's, like, exactly what it sounds like. It's like, you know, in, like, Moana and, like, other animated stuff he's done, it's like, it's different. Like, it has him in it, but it's also, like, fit to the theme. I feel like this literally was just, like, his voice notes that he was, like, in the shower doing, and then they just, like, put it in, and it was like, yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I really think I only like 2 of the songs. So,
I don't really don't even know the songs, to be honest.
I mean, there's, like, this huge... Yeah.
Bruno.
But, like, is that a great song? Like, are people, like, listening and really liking it? Like,
I don't know.
It's kind of lame.
I don't listen to any of the songs.
Maybe I'm really just being a hater. And I know a lot of kids like it. Like, a lot of kids love that song, so, like, great for them. But, like, I don't know. I think it was a little overhyped, but that's mine. Okay, you know what I thought was a rob?
What?
I have seen this movie, too. I watched Dune, and it's nominated for quite a bit of things, which I think are deserved, but the way, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce his last name, but Denny didn't get nominated for directing annoys me.
I didn't even realize that.
I know. They got nominated for so many things, but he didn't get nominated for directing. Like, my man is a genius.
Yeah, he did kind of eat with the directing. Like, you look at the book, and you look at the movie, and, like, I don't know, watching all his interviews, he's like, let me pull out the book and, like...
No, he seems like such the biggest fan of,
yeah,
like,
he's
the
like,
book.
let me read this sentence, and he's like, okay, this is how I imagine that exact thing. He's like, so I put it in the movie.
Yeah.
He's like, the book is my Bible. Like, he's literally said that.
Yeah.
So, like... Yeah.
I know.
That was a little bit of a miss.
Like, I mean, I know all the things, like, people have their own opinions about Dune, but, like, I feel like the one main thing was, like, oh, yeah, Denny did a great job directing this. And, like, it wasn't shown in Oscars, so I was like, interesting.
That is... Yeah, that is weird. I didn't think about that. But, like, Best Picture, I'm trying to look at the nominees. I don't know if there's anything that, like, really surprised me. I don't know if I should...
I know, is this a time to break the ice about it?
Yeah, if I should get into what I want to get into. Did you have anything else to say before?
I don't think so, not really.
Okay. So let's talk on it. Everyone, welcome to my TED Talk. Alright, so first I have to explain this thing about me that I've coined. That I haven't really coined because it's like a word, but like I've kind of coined the like slang meaning of it. So basically, you know, an ick. For those of you who are unfamiliar with an ick, it's like when you're like dating someone or talking to someone and then they do something and like for some unexplainable reason it makes you like cringe internally and it's you're like, this is such a turn off, like I can't continue. And it could be like they like don't wear shoes outside or something. You know, it's very personal to each individual person. Mm-hmm. So I have that, but like for celebrities, and I call it a vendetta because it's more aggressive than an ick. It's like it becomes...
It's like you hate the whole thing of them.
Yeah, but it's like hate in like a joking way, but also like I do get aggravated.
Yeah.
And it'll be like they'll do like one thing or like a couple things and I'll just be like, I cannot do this anymore. Like, I can't stand them.
And the thing is, it's usually people we like before, and then we get the vendetta, and we are so done.
Yeah.
There's a couple exceptions to that, but it's mainly that.
Yeah, I think it's like, I like them so much, and then like they like disappoint me in some way, and then I'm like, I can't anymore. I'm sorry. Like, this has got to go. Mm-hmm. So with that said, I like, also, let me just clarify this. Although I, like, might go on and, like, start ranting and be like, I don't like this person, yada, 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 I don't ever condone, like, hating on someone for, like, one, no reason, but also, like, don't do it, like, on the internet. Like, there's no need to. Like, I only do this, like, talk to, like, Madison about this, basically, and I'm going to share it on this podcast because I know the person will never see it, but I don't believe in just, like, bashing people for no reason, especially, like, on the internet. Like, there's no need to harass them. Like, you can have your opinions, and, like, it can be fun, but, like, we don't need to, you know, be like, you fucking suck, whatever, like, on Twitter. So I just want to say that, because I don't want to be a bully, but, like, you know, I have to say how I feel.
But I'm about to be a bully.
Okay, but...
No, it's okay.
You know, sometimes you just don't like people, but
to be fair, there's some ways where you could have an actual reason to not like this person, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
I know
recently,
some people on
too.
Twitter that don't like her.
Okay, anyway, basically all this to say, I have a vendetta against Rachel Zegler. If you're unfamiliar, Rachel Zegler started off on TikTok. She
started on Twitter.
No, her
TikTok.
video was. I think her video was on TikTok, and then she posted it on Twitter.
No, maybe.
But it was she was that girl who went viral for covering "Shallow" in The Star Is Born, Lady Gaga, and she like does that like you know, that thing, and like it went viral. And then she like got a lot of fans, like clout, whatever. And she's like a huge theater kid who lives in like New York or New Jersey and would like audition for things, and then she got cast as Maria in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story.
And I do want to say she didn't get cast because of that video. I actually do know she like worked hard to audition and stuff.
Oh no, yeah.
So
she went like her video went viral like during the middle of the casting process.
Yeah,
like she had already had a couple of callbacks. I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. And I also don't want to deny like the girl can sing. Like, she has a voice, and I'm not taking away any of her talent. This has nothing to do with that. So she's, like, on the up, you know, she's in West Side Story, and now she's going to be in the live-action Snow White, and I'm assuming she probably has, like, other roles.
She's in Shazam, too.
Oh, yeah. So I'm assuming she has, like, other things coming up. Good for her. Whatever. My issue is... she really has this, as someone who's, like, consumed a lot of content by her, like, I would watch, like, her YouTube vlogs and stuff, she really gives off a high and mighty attitude that really bothers me, where she thinks, like, her voice is, like, God's gift to humanity, and like I said, like, the girl can sing, but the way she, like, talks about like her like training her instrument, and like she's like her voice is like everything to her, and like all this stuff, it's just like it just really irks me, and it's hard to describe if like you don't watch like content by her and stuff, and like really you're gonna be like, okay, you're just being picky, which like I am, like that is part of the vendetta, but also I don't know, there's just something about it, and like her like I remember when, like, West Side Story, like, trailers were coming out, she, like, did a YouTube video where she, like, pulled up the statistics on her, like, social blade to, like, see how many Google searches she was getting, and it just felt, like, very weird, like, she was very much just, like, in it to, like, be famous and, like, be cool and, like, be a celebrity, and I don't know, I just don't really like that. And then also, like, recently, now that she, like, gets interviewed for things and stuff, like, she's so into, like, name dropping and, like, talking about how she's met everyone and, like, how Steven Spielberg is, like, her father, apparently, like, and she, like, owes her whole life to him, which is, like, fine, like, be grateful for your opportunities, but just, like, I don't know, it's just her talking about, like, Barack Obama came and visited me on set. It's like, he didn't visit you, Rachel. Like, he visited the West Side Story set. Like, let's calm down. So she just irks me, and I have tried so hard to, like, move past it, and I just can't. And so I have a little bit of a grudge whenever West Side Story is mentioned, because I love the original West Side Story, but she has kind of tainted it for me. That and Ansel Elgort, who, you know, he's trash of a human. Yeah. It's like, that movie's, like, unwatchable now. And I love Mike Feist. So, like...
I know. That's the worst part of it all.
It's
so does Rachel, apparently.
Yeah, it's so tragic.
I know.
And the thing about vendettas, too, that I was telling Maddie the other day, is I hate how they're, like, transmissible. Like, they're, like, contagious. Like, I told Maddie about my Rachel Zegler vendetta.
And I, like, loved Rachel Zegler at this point, and Sydney tells me instantly, oh, I'm not a fan of her.
And then Maddie started picking up on little things, and she was like, okay, this is too much. And I was like, I know, but it's like, once someone plants it in your head, you, like, can't get out of it.
You see everything. It's the worst.
It is the worst.
And now it's gotten to a point where I have people that have vendettas, and they're spreading to Sydney. Sydney has a couple other ones, and they're spreading to me. And now we just hate everyone.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. If you have a vendetta against a celebrity, please let me know.
I do have to shout out this, because this is a rare case. This is my vendetta against someone that I have for absolutely no reason, and I was never even a fan of them. I never even, like, I don't know almost anything about this person, but they're in, like, a couple movies that I've seen, and I just hate this person so much. And if Leah's watching, she immediately already knows who this is, but it's Joey King. Like, and it's so mean, because the thing is, I think she's actually probably such a nice person. She's literally done nothing wrong, I feel like, but something about her just annoys me. Like, I can't watch a movie if Joey King is in it, and, like, the thing is, I like watching The Kissing Booth because it's so funny and, like, so bad, but I can't watch it anymore because Joey King is in it. And I think the thing that really started it was her role in that Gypsy...
Rose Blanchard
show. I hated her in that show, and, I mean... I don't know. You know what I mean?
Like, the character. You, like, hated the whole... Which,
I hated everything about it.
It wasn't really her fault, the character thing, but...
No, yeah. But then it's just, like, I don't know. And the thing is, Leah also hates this person, so my best friend. And so I feel like I'm not
justified.
Yeah. I do think it's justified. Because it's like, there's gotta be something about her that other people are also realizing that, like, it just is off. I don't know. And I feel so bad for saying it. I really do. Because, like, the thing is, she's probably so nice. Like, so nice. Yeah. Like, I've never seen anyone be like, oh, Joey King's a mean person, you know?
Yeah. I think that's the thing about vendettas. It's, like, they're irrational, and you're like, I have, like, no real reason, but, like, I just do. And, you know, at least you acknowledge that, like, you're being unfair and, like, mean.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I understand that I'm being mean, but, like, I still feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that thing when you, like, meet, like, a new friend, or, like, someone introduced you to someone, and you, like, immediately don't like them, and you, like, don't have a reason not to like them, and everyone's like, oh, but they're so nice, and you're like, yeah, okay, and then you feel so validated when they do something wrong, and you're like, I knew I never liked them.
Yeah,
that's how I felt. Like, with Rachel Zegler, especially, like, when her whole, like, scandal recently with, like, the Britney Spears stuff came out, and people were like, she is ridiculous. I was like, yes, people are.
And then, like, her still supporting Angus or whatever. Why do I keep calling? Okay, this is another thing.
Not Angus.
I'm sorry, I'm so Euphoria brain. What is his name? I used to call him something else. Angel or something.
Ansel. You said Ansel. That's what you used to say.
I used to call him Ansel. Or, wait, what is it?
Ansel Elgort.
Yeah, so, and then she, like, supported him or whatever, but I guess she doesn't. I don't know. Anyways, yes. I can't believe I called him Angus.
Well, That was a long-winded rant. Thank you for sticking with us if you managed to.
So overall, we aren't supporting West Side Story at the Oscars besides Did Mike Weiss get nominated?
No.
He did. Oh. Besides Ariana DeBois.
Is it DeBois? DeBois?
I don't know. I think it's DeBois, not the voice. I don't know. Also, West Side Story does come out on Disney Plus in a week, and me and Sydney are going to watch it because also we haven't watched it. That's funny.
But also, like, what we said where we were like, where we literally just, you literally just go, okay, we don't support West Side Story at the Oscars, but we're going to be streaming it on Disney Plus on Wednesday.
Okay,
I'm not giving them coin. I already have the subscription.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we are gonna watch it because, like, if we can't watch it and then be like, okay, it is good, you know what I mean? We have to, like, take back what we're saying now, you know?
Yeah, we might
be fair.
Maybe on the next podcast or something, we'll
do a review.
Yeah, we'll tell you what we thought. Oh my gosh, it's all those laughs. So, all this to say,
I'm so sorry.
All this to say for the Oscars that I hope. I don't really care who wins Best Picture.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who do you want to win? I guess June, just because that's the only one I've seen.
I've seen a couple of them. Drive My Car is good. Belfast.
Did you see Licorice Pizza?
I didn't see it, but I know all the drama about it. How, like, people think it's about, like, childhood grooming and stuff.
Oh, okay. I have not seen it, and I have...
He's, like, 17, and she's, like, 20-something, apparently.
In real life or in the movie?
In the movie. Like, they're characters.
I haven't seen anything about it, or do I know anything about it? I just know that one of the...
Haim sisters, isn't it?
Haim, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Okay, Haim sisters. Why am I having such a hard time pronouncing things this episode?
I mean, that's your whole life.
Yeah, I can't speak. Okay. Yeah, when is the Oscars? Do we know?
March something?
Alright,
maybe.
Great.
I don't know.
I guess I'll watch.
You're gonna watch? What do you mean, I guess? It's not like you have plans.
Oh, you know who I do love? And I think they should have gotten nominated for this.
Who?
Nicole Kidman in her AMC movie theater ad. Because I just saw she got nominated for being the Ricardos. I don't even know what that is. But what she does deserve is the AMC... What is it called? Trailer
ad? Pre-show?
Yeah. That is so good. But also, like, why is she kind of scary in it? And why is it so dramatic?
It's kind of creepy. For those of you who are unfamiliar, it's like, you know, when you go to the movie theater and, like, before they're like, have your nice coat, like, enjoy the movie. Like, movies make memories. Like, they do that whole, like, meaningful pre-show before they, like, do the movie. Well, Nicole Kidman does that for AMC, and you can find it on Twitter, but she's like, I used to go to the movies when I was 6.
And it's, like, her deep voice, like...
Yeah. And she's, like, sitting alone in, like, an IMAX theater, and it's like...
so weird. A lot of people have talked about it, and, like, I think it's really funny, but it's so... Oh, it's, like, always, like, a jump scare, too, right when it comes on before the movie. You're like, oh, my God, Nicole Kidman. Like,
well, yeah, it'll be, like, an animated film trailer, like the new Buzz Lightyear movie, and then it'll be like, Nicole, I was at the movies. You're like, geez, Nicole, where did you come from? Like, chill out.
It's
like, read the room,
like
you know? For actor in a leading role, I don't think I, like, really... that's my whole thing. I'm like, I just don't really care.
I actually like all these actors.
I like Benedict Cumberbatch just because I don't know, he's a soft spot in my heart. I think Denzel's good. Javier Bardem's good, too. And Andrew,
I think he's good, but I've never seen the movie.
Andrew's good.
And Will Smith's good.
Yeah,
that's a hard category. Who's gonna win that?
I don't know. And then I guess we could just go over actress in a leading role, and then we can move on.
I think Kristen Stewart should win for Spencer.
Okay,
I'm actually surprised that I didn't get more nominations.
It might be nominated for, like, cinematography and other stuff. Mm-hmm. My thing with Spencer is that it's a very cinematography heavy movie. Like, there's not a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of, like, shots and, like, Kristen Stewart, like, breaking down, and, like, it's, like, close-ups of just, like, her face, like, wobbling, and, like, all the emotions and stuff. But I do think she is good in it. Like, and I know she did extensive research on Princess Diana, and, like, I don't know, I'm just a part of the put some respect on Kristen Stewart's name train.
Same.
So, I'm here for it. You know?
Yeah,
like,
I haven't seen it, but Joe really wants her to win, so I'm rooting for her. And I love Kristen Stewart. I feel like she's great.
She is, but, like, just the idea of, like, her winning an Oscar is, like, such a, like, F you to all the haters who were like, you suck in Twilight, you terrible.
You can't act. Yeah.
I'm here for the Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, like, resurgence, where, like, you know, he's about to eat in that new Batman movie, and I'm ready.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Alright,
I think I'm done with the Oscars.
Yeah, me too. That was, like, whole lot of nothing. We basically didn't say anything, so sorry if that was boring. I really hope it wasn't.
I don't think so. There were some funny moments.
Okay, good. Alright, so since we've been talking about the movies, we also kind of wanted to talk about TV, but specifically, we're filming this on Sunday, February 27th, and tonight, like in just a couple hours, is the season 2 finale of Euphoria. So we really kind of wanted to do like a little shout out to our girl Zendaya segment and talk about her, and also our thoughts on Euphoria, predictions, that sort of thing, before the finale airs tonight. So I think first we need to wind it back. What's that song? It's like, da-da, rewind it back. Da-da-da. Do you not know that song?
I have no idea.
Okay.
All that came in my head was, yeah, wanna put this song on replay.
Alright, yeah, no, that wasn't it, but... Okay. So, for those of you that are unaware, Madi is the number one Zendaya stan.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna get dragged for that. They're
Not to the listeners.
Fans.
Out of everyone listening,
yeah.
She's up there. We're talking shake it up days. So, I'm gonna let Madi kind of take the floor.
Okay. I really don't know where to start. Yeah, I mean, so basically, I watched her in Shake It Up. Me and one of my old friends used to literally... We had the whole first episode memorized. I was actually always Rocky. She was Cece. Because I kind of also did not like Cece, but I still liked the show. So I made her be Cece. And actually, she wanted to be Cece too. But we memorized the whole first episode, and we reenacted it. And we had, like, their outfits. Like, we tried to have their outfits. Like, we loved Shake It Up. And it's a banging show. And then she went to do Casey Undercover, and, like... Can we talk about how great of a show that is? That show is still so funny to this day.
I have to say, I didn't watch Casey Undercover because I was kind of out of my Disney Channel time, like, when it was airing, because it was only a couple years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
But I went back and watched it all, and it slaps.
It is so good. Also, like, the chemistry between her and Ross Butler, I think is the guy... During, like, that couple episodes where, like, he's on the opposite side of that spy team and they, like, are in love with each other or whatever, that eats up. Like, that is so good.
I know. It has comedy, but also the theme song slaps.
So good.
So good.
Yeah.
Like, give me all the Zendaya singing, but also, like, it's a banger.
Yeah. So, Casey Undercover is a great show. I also love how, like, they're still kind of all friends, like the family, and then Veronica, I forget her name in the show. What's her name? I don't know.
It is like Veronica in the show.
Oh. Okay, never mind. So I love Casey Undercover, and then she did, like, also Greatest Showman at that time, which, another banger. Like, man, she really does have bangers. Like, no wonder I'm a stan. Like, Greatest Showman, oh my god, I went to see that in the movie, like, 5 times, and, like, sing-alongs happened even though they weren't sing-along movies. So that was amazing. And then she did first Spider-Man, which Ayo I'm representing today.
Oh.
Yeah, I did this on purpose.
Okay.
And that's, like, I feel like when my real stan phase started, just because of, like, the whole Zendaya and Tom Holland relationship thing. And I don't know how deep we're going to get into this, but, like, they were totally dating in 2017. And I was there for it.
Yeah. I mean, you can give a little, like, you know, timeline breakdown super fast if you want for the people.
Okay. Basically, first Spider-Man happened. I don't think they were dating then, but, like, the year after the press tour happened, they totally, like, had a thing. There were multiple things. Like, if you know Thanksgiving Day, like, you know. If you know my sick girlfriend really misses you, you know. Like, you know all the things. Everyone
at home's like, I don't know. Like.
I know. And then they, like, they were together for... were they together for the second one? Yes. Yes.
They were together filming
it.
Not press tour.
Filming, not press tour. And then after press tour, Zendaya dated Jacob Elordi, which we don't mention. And then Tom dated some...
which we don't mention.
Yeah, a nobody. No offense. And then they both broke up. And then when they came together to film Spider-Man 3, like, how could you not fall back in love with each other? And they did. And now they're, like, the it couple. Everyone wants to be them. And... yeah, it's kind of amazing being here from the start. Like, seeing them go out in public and wearing matching hockey jerseys at a hockey game together. Like, oh my god. It's beautiful.
Maddie's, like, living in, like, her started from the bottom, now we're here era, where she, I was in the trenches fighting, trying to be like, they are in love with not a crumb of evidence. And she's like, now we made it. Like, we knew, we saw, we fought, we conquered. Like, we are here.
For real. The day those pictures, which, you know, if you know, came out, I lost my mind. So yeah, and then Z, obviously, has done Euphoria, and also, I don't know how many people watched it during season 1. I mean, it's definitely gotten crazier and much more popular, but we were also there watching it season 1, and we were like, do we like the show during season 1? And I kind of still have the same thoughts during season 2, but we're watching every week, so I mean, what does that mean? But, yeah, I think this is probably, we can go into more Euphoria stuff now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that is the question I ask myself every episode when I watch Euphoria, is, do I like this show, or do I not? And I think I'm coming to the consensus that I just like Zendaya. I don't know if I necessarily, like, love the show.
I also think, like, if you're not watching the show, like... all everyone is talking about right now is Euphoria. Like, my whole Twitter timeline is Euphoria. My whole For You page is, like, Euphoria jokes. Like, if you're not watching it, you're just, like, missing out. So it's, like, I feel like I have to watch it, you know?
Yeah, there's an element of FOMO where you're, like, if I don't watch it, like, I'm just missing all this content that is just passing me by. Mm-hmm. But I guess what are your, like, overall opinions on the show? Because my thing is, like, I think it has some good moments. I think that Zendaya is incredible. Like, let's just put that aside for a minute. Like, that's a given. Zendaya is great. My issue is with the writing. I think the writing is a little weird. Mm-hmm. And also, like, this fact that, like, there has to be all this nudity all the time. And, like, we'll talk about this, I'm sure, like, in a few minutes. But it's just, it feels weird to me, some of the scenes where we have specifically the women on the show, like, naked. Like, it's like, this isn't necessary for whatever you're trying to tell. Like, she can have clothes on for this dialogue to occur. And it just, like, I don't know, it just, like, feels really weird. But I do think, like, certain parts of the show are good. Like, I think they do showcase, like, the really dark side of addiction, and you know, I, like, can respect that, but I also think that there are things that are not needed, or for, like, that almost they just do for, like, shock value. And I'm like, this just kind of takes away from the integrity of the storyline to me, personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's crazy, because I think there's some episodes where the writing is, like, really good. And I know, like, for example, the 2 bridge episodes, which I feel like a lot of people miss out when they're watching Euphoria, and I feel like they are really good to watch. And I do know they were both, like, Zendaya's episode, or Reed's episode was co-written with Z, and Jules' episode was co-written with Hunter. So I don't know how much, like, they added or whatever. But, like, those 2 episodes I thought were written really well. So it's, like, crazy to think that, like, Sam Levinson, the writer and, like, director, producer, whatever, can write, like, good stuff. But then sometimes it's just, like, what am I watching? You know what I mean? And I do think, like, with, like, the nudity stuff, the last, like, 3, I think, episodes in season 2, so, like, 7, 6, and 5, I don't think they've had that much, if, like, any, and they have been the best episodes of, like, the season, at least, or show, in my opinion.
Yeah. I also thought the bridge episodes were, like, really good, too, and I think, like, a lot of people didn't like them because they were like, this is not Euphoria, but I think that was what was so good, is it was, like, really focusing on, like, the writing and, like, almost, like, stream of consciousness, like, just, like, the characters just, like, talking, whatever, and it felt, like, very immersive, so I really liked those. Mm-hmm. But also, like, I watch so many videos on TikTok where it's, like, people have the, like, Euphoria scripts, because I guess they're, like, public domain after they're released, so you can, like, buy them and download them, and it's, like, the script, and then they, like, overlay, like, the scene from the show, and, like, these actors are out here basically changing every line anyway, so it's, like, is that really how bad Sam Levinson's writing is, that it's, like, they're like, yeah, no, we gotta cut that, so it's, like, really, is he even writing the show if they're just changing all his lines? Like, I don't know.
I think one thing that's really good is the cinematography. Marcel Rev is amazing. I mean, that's just, like, goes without unsaid. I think it's, like, so beautiful, whatever, but I do, and I actually think the soundtrack is amazing, but sometimes I feel like I'm watching a 40-minute music video. Like, every 2 minutes there's a new song sequence with someone, like, going through a mental breakdown, and, like I'm just, like, I'm not watching a TV show sometimes, I feel like. And so, like, that kind of I'm not the biggest fan of. I mean, I do, like I said, I love the cinematography and I love the music, but sometimes it's just like, Jesus Christ, like, this person was just doing the same thing as you now, and, like, we're both dancing to a sad song. Like, come on.
Yeah, that is my thing. I love how they use music, but I don't like when they branch over almost into, like, an area of musicality. Like, I don't like when it starts to feel like a theater performance.
Yeah.
Like, I liked Zendaya's thing where she was, like, dancing with the pillow for fun or whatever, but then it's like, I don't know if even though in the season 1 finale when she sings, I was, like, gagged for the gods, I don't know if I love the whole, like, her lip syncing to a song in a television show. Like, in a way,
that didn't bother me, actually.
In a way where she's, like, where it's not, like, Rue singing to, like, a popular song. It's, like, Zendaya singing her song as Rue. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the only reason that didn't bother me was because in my head, it was such, like, almost like a dream sequence or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, it didn't feel like it was actually Rue doing that. What, like, bothers me is, like, when it's, like, okay, like, last couple episodes, sorry if this is spoilers, it's kind of not really, but, like, when Cal Jacobs, like, is literally just in the car, like, driving, like, horribly and drunk, but, like, it's just, like, music of him driving, like, the whole time, and then he goes and, like, to this bar and is dancing, and at the same time, like, Cassie's breaking down dancing to this, like, it was, like, 10 minutes of the episode, I swore, it was just this song, and then, like, going through it, like, come on, give me some, like, some dialogue or something, you know?
Yeah, I get that. I've never really thought about it like that, but, I mean, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, too, like, we kind of, like, talked about this already briefly, but, like, my biggest critique with the show is, like, honestly, Sam Levinson, who's, like, the creator, like, talk about vendettas from earlier, like, he kind of gives me the ick. Like, he kind of makes me uncomfortable in a way I can't really describe. I don't know if it's because he writes these shows with, like, kids that are supposed to be, like, kids in high school with, like, all this nudity and, like, I'm not a conservative person. Like, I'm, like, show the tits. Like, I don't care, but, like, it just, part of it feels icky. And then, like, you see all these articles coming out where, like, Sydney Sweeney and, what's her name, who plays the...
Barbie Ferreira.
No, who plays the woman that Maddie babysits for. I don't know, I can't remember her name in real life.
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, they were talking about, she was supposed to do a scene where she was nude. In the scene where Maddie undoes her dress, like, her dress is supposed to fall and she's supposed to be completely naked. And she, like, went to Sam and was like, I just don't think that's necessary, like, whatever. And he was like, she said, like, he was, like, super okay with it. He was like, yeah, sure, we won't do it. But it's like, can't you have that forethought anyway to be like, we don't need to show her tits just to show them? Like, why do we have to do that? And, like, Sydney said there was one scene where she was like, yeah, I didn't think I needed to be naked for this, so, like, I told him, and he was, like, fine to it. But it's like, then why are we just, like, putting that in? Like, we, like, have some, like, be like, that might not be necessary or, like, comfortable for them. Like, maybe we just don't need to, like, write it in. Like, what? I don't know. And I just, like, worry that he's gonna, like, it's gonna be revealed down the line that he was, like, toxic or, like, creepy or, like, stuff. And, like, as, like, a Zendaya protector, I'm like, I just want her to, like, distance herself from him. Because I just feel like she's kind of brainwashed. Like, I think everyone thinks he's a genius, and I think people need to realize that he's actually not. Like, he has, like, a talent. Like, I'm not denying that, but people around him talk about him like he's, like, the greatest thing ever. And, like, Zendaya does this, too. Like, she's like, he's such a genius, and she, like, wants to do all these projects with him, and I'm like, no, we need to separate. Like, get away. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, I also, a bit too fair, we don't know much about him, just, like, what we see from the articles and, like, stuff. Like, he's very private, I feel like his Instagram's private, and, like, he doesn't really do many interviews, which I also kind of think is weird. Like, why doesn't I mean, I guess most TV shows, directors don't really do much interviews, but, like, still, I don't know, he's probably a weirdo, but what else?
Yeah, it's like, I'm sure he's, like, a nice guy, but it's just, like, there's something about him that's, like, a little weird. I don't know. But, like, I have to give him kudos, you know, for, like, creating the show and also, like, you know, being brave enough to, like, talk about, like, elements of his own struggle with, like, addiction and, like, his characters. Like, I think that's, like, amazing. And I also think, like, he has, like, served to kind of open a dialogue about the complexity of addiction, which I think is really important. So, like, I commend him for that, but still a little bit of a weirdo.
Yeah.
He's like that Jughead Riverdale thing. He's like, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo, okay? Like, that's Sam Levinson.
I kind of 100% agree. Also, we have to talk about Labyrinth because, like, what? Oh, my God.
Yes, Labyrinth, like, makes the show for me.
I think more shows need to do this, where they get, like, I mean, like, Labyrinth has done, like, soundtracks and stuff before, but where they get a singer, producer, whatever, to do the whole soundtrack of the whole show and, like, second season and stuff, like how they do it for movies, you know what I mean? Like, because it is so good. He is as much, like, I feel like he's so important to the show. Like, without him, it would not be the same. Like, his way of, like, how he thinks to the characters and makes, like, the music around them is so vital to the show, and it's so good. Like, I unironically listen to the season 1 soundtrack all the time.
No, me too. I think he's, like, the invisible character. Like, he's there, but he's, like, not there. Like, he's also a character in Euphoria.
Yeah.
And, like, I just love that. And also, like, I've been a big Labyrinth fan for a long time. Like, I used to listen to Jealous. Like, that was, like, my breakdown song. Like, I would, like, cry in bed at night to that song and just be, like, and do, like, I would listen to, like, the Rain version where they play, like, thunderstorms in the background, and, like, oh my God, that just, like, killed my soul. So, I love him. I think he's a genius. Like,
yeah.
Like, Sam Levinson, okay, but, like, Labyrinth, like, and he just seems like the coolest
guy. I know. And he has, like, kids, and, like, that's just sick. I don't know why having kids is sick. Like,
he's a dad. Let's go.
No, I mean, he just seems so cool.
No, he does. He seems great. I would, like, love to, like, get lunch with him or something and just, like, talk to him. So, like we mentioned, tonight is the season finale, and, there's not gonna... we should say, like, it's been renewed for season 3, like it was announced a couple weeks ago, but I don't think season 3 is gonna be released until, like, 2024 or something, I saw, because Zendaya is, like, booked and busy, like, Dune 2, like, she's got things to do. So it's gonna be, like, a while before we get into Euphoria season, but for the finale tonight, what are your predictions? What do you want to happen? What do you think's gonna happen?
I have no idea. People are saying Fez is gonna die. Okay, spoiler alert also. People are saying Fez is gonna die, but, like, I don't think they're gonna kill off Fez. But also, like, there's got to be something big that has to happen, I feel like. And I feel like there actually isn't going to be something big, which is going to kind of be like, I feel like it's kind of going to be a letdown.
I think it's going to be a letdown.
Because I think people also are expecting this big Madi Cassie fight, and it may happen because in the trailer preview, it, like, kind of looked like it might happen. But also, I don't think it's going to happen. If anything, I think there might be a Lexi Cassie fight or something, you know?
I don't think Maddie and Cassie are really gonna fight. Like, I think they might, like, talk. Mm-hmm. And it might be, like, an aggressive conversation, but I also don't think there's gonna be, like, a physical thing.
And I have no idea what's gonna happen with Nate. Like, if she ends up with Cassie, like, great, or whatever.
He's not gonna end up with Cassie. He needs to go sort himself out and just be alone.
I do think Jules and Rue will talk definitely in this episode. Whether or not they'll be back together, I don't know.
I don't want them to be.
No, I don't either. But, like, other than that, like, I mean, I hope the ending's, like, they find a place where they can send Rue to rehab. Like, I don't know. Like, that's all I care.
I just want Rue to be okay, and I just, like, don't really care about anything else.
Yeah. I really just don't know. Like, I don't know.
That's my issue with the show, is, like, when I think about it, I'm like, I don't really...
What has happened?
I don't really care about any of the characters either.
Yeah. They're all, like, low-key annoying. Like, I hate most of them.
Like, I just want Rue to get sober. And I just want Gia to be happy. And I want the mom to have peace. Like, I just want that family to not be broken. And, like, I don't really care about anyone else.
Same.
And, like, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Lexi's fine. Like, give Lexi a boyfriend and, like, let her go off to college and, like, be happy. Like, okay. The rest of them, I'm like, y'all are just too much. I can't.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I'm kind of glad it's season finale.
But it's like, I don't even know if I want a season 3. Like, what is season 3 going to be about? Like, does Rue have an addiction problem again?
No.
Like, I'm not saying that, like, that would be unlikely because, you know, it's a up and down thing. But, like, why can't we just let the girl recover and be happy? Like, I don't know.
I also saw an interview of Dominic Fike, and he was asked if he's going to be in season 3, and he was, like, instantly was like, yes, whatever. Or not whatever. He's like, absolutely, yes, I'll be in it. And I was just like, ugh. I do not like Elliot. First of all, love Dominic Fike. Like,
oh, yeah.
No disrespect to him. He's hot. Elliot, though, like, Jesus Christ, like, he was literally only introduced to, like, Rue and Jules' relationship, kind of. Obviously, there was more things. And then, like, he was also just not great. Like, he was not a good character at all. Like, why does he need to come back? No offense, but, like...
Yeah. I have to say, like, I was going to be like, who are, like, your favorite characters, like, earlier on? And I was like, honestly, like, I don't have a favorite character because, like, I don't know if I really like any of them. Like, I sympathize for some of them more than others, or, like, empathize, whatever you want to say, but I don't particularly like any of them.
Yeah, same.
Like, I want, like, sure, like, I just want, like, everyone to be happy, but it's just, like, I don't know.
I know, like, I go through ways of, like, being a Fez stan, but it's also, like, it's so exhausting being a Fez stan.
Yeah, but it's also, like, when you really think about it, like, does Fez deserve to be stanned? Like,
no, yeah. No, it's like we're rooting for the drug dealer here? Okay.
But it's, like, I don't even know. It's not even, like, being a drug dealer makes him a bad person, because, like, he, you know, that's all he's known. He had to do what he had to do, but, like, it's, like, the element of, like, I know, but it's, like, the element, yeah, one, he's killed people, but also the element of, like, with Rue, how, like, he kind of knew she had a problem, but, like, still, like, didn't really have an issue early on with, like, giving her drugs, when, like, he says he cares about her, but it's also, like, you know, it's like, I get it, but I don't get it. I mean, it's tough, but...
Yeah. Overall, I'm kind of glad it's season finale, just so, like, we can have a break and not be in this annoying, toxic Twitter thing where we talk about it all the time. And it's a little frustrating and exhausting. But, I mean, overall, like, Zendaya is amazing in it. I do think there is some good things about the show. Like, I'm not just trying to be on the Euphoria hate train or anything. Like, I watch it every week. There's probably a reason why I watch it every week. So, yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah, I don't hate the show, I just... I don't know. I mean, I have issues with it like I do with everything. I just, like, I'm glad there's only, like, a couple episodes every season, because it's, like, you need a break. Like, they, like, drag you through the mud, and you're, like...
But also, like, they take forever to film. It took, like, a whole month to film one episode, and I totally understand they film it on, like, a freaking film camera or whatever, and the cinematography is crazy. Like, obviously it's gonna take a long time, but, like, I just, like, Zendaya, like, literally missed the Met Gala for
Maddie's still not
That's
over
my
that.
villain edges. What is it?
Villain origin story.
Jesus Christ. I should not have a podcast. I literally can't speak. Like, why is this a good thing? Anyways. So, like, I just feel like they, like, it should not take 9 months to film 8 episodes. No matter how beautiful the show is. At least in my opinion. I know nothing about filmmaking, but, like,
in
that's
my
a long time.
Uneducated opinion, did they have a shutdown for COVID during that time?
Well, they were supposed to film it in 2021, and the first day they went to
No, I know.
read, and then
but
they shut
they
down.
didn't have a shutdown during that 9-month period?
I don't think so.
No. Because I was going to say maybe it, like, took longer because they had to stop.
I mean, it probably also took longer because of COVID. I totally understand that is, like, a thing that they have to, like, work around. But I don't think they had, like, a full shutdown.
Yeah, that is kind of a really long time.
And I do know, like, the actors are busy. Like, they're pretty big stars now. So
The
like,
actors
I get
are
it.
busy. Zendaya's busy. I mean...
Sydney's pretty busy.
I guess. You know what I love? I saw a tweet, and it was like, I can't with all these Mod Apatow stands that are, like, rising. It's like, y'all didn't even know this girl's name, like, last year.
I did.
I did, too. I've known her...
Because of Iris.
I've known her for so long because she used to have, like, a YouTube account because she was, like, a big One Direction
She's a One Direction stan, yeah.
So, like, I've, like, known of Mod and Iris for, like, ever. But, I mean, like, I'm not, like, a Mod stan.
No, I don't care.
So.
Alright, should we go into the bias segment?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, mine actually hasn't happened yet, but, like, it don't make sense. So my bias of the week is the Killing Eve season premiere tonight.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even really get to talk about it because we talked about
this
Euphoria.
is why I wanted to talk about it during my bias. Because my dad and my mom watched season 1. Actually, no, we go back even further. You watched season 1, and you told my dad to watch it. I'm giving you credit.
Yeah, I was going to say, give me my credit because I got this whole family on Killing Eve, and I don't get an ounce of credit for it.
I knew it was coming, so I was like, I had to say it. So my dad watched it, and then my mom, like, I think just watched it with him. But, like, my dad loves this show. I think it's probably, like, one of his favorite shows in the entire world. And he watched season 3, and I would, like, see him watching it, him and my mom, and I would be like, oh, it, like, looks good. And he would always show me, like, clips from it and stuff.
It's funny.
It's pretty funny, yeah. And I would be like, yeah, it looks like a great show. And then, like, one day I was like, okay, I'm going to watch all of it. And so I watched all of the 3 seasons, and I was like, okay, this is, like, the best show ever. And now we waited, like, so long, I feel like. I mean, obviously COVID happened, but season 4 is finally starting. It is tonight. It's literally in less than an hour. I'm so excited. My whole family is going to watch it together. Last Sunday, me and my dad and my mom watched the season 3 finale episode, so, like, we could, like, prepare and, like, remember what happened. And it, like, got me so hyped. Like, I'm so excited for this season. And it's going to be a busy day. I have this, or the Killing Eve premiere, and then right after is Euphoria season finale. So, like, it's pretty eventful in the Rush House tonight.
But it's perfect because now you can, like, watch Killing Eve every week.
Yeah,
and, like,
I know.
Don't worry about
Replaces my Euphoria Sunday night show.
I just think it's so funny that I got everyone on Killing Eve, and now, like, I, like, don't really watch it.
Yeah, you don't even watch it.
I need to really... I might just wait till this season comes out in its entirety, and then, like...
Yeah, because it is the last season.
Yeah, and then just, like, watch it all, because I've seen all of season 1 and all of season 2, but I think I've seen a couple episodes. Like, I've seen the season 3 finale.
Yeah,
I watched
Dad's watched it.
Because I watched it with Dad, but, like, I haven't seen all of season 3, so, like, I have gaps in my knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm very excited for you. I know you and Dad have been eagerly, like, counting down the days.
Yeah, so. We literally send each other every day on Instagram. They do a countdown, and we DM it to each other. It's like, who can get the DM first?
I love that.
All right, what's your bias of the week?
My bias of the week, I, like, had to think about this because I was like, what have I really, like, been doing this week? I don't really know. And then it kind of came to me, and it's pretty embarrassing. But I'm going to say it. It's meditation, but not meditation in, like, the sit down and, like, meditation. It's meditation in the sense where, like, I'll lay on my bed and, like, lay, like, completely flat. So, like, you know, like, you have your pillows and you, like, lean against them so you're, like, kind of propped up when you sleep. I, like, don't use a pillow. Like, I just, like, lay flat on my back, like, on the bed. And, like, I'll, like, sit, like, kind of in, like, mood lighting and, like, play, like, a good song and just, like, close my eyes and just, like, go, like, brain, like, quiet and just, like, for, like, the entirety of the song, whether it's, like, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Sometimes I'll even, like, have the song play twice. And I'll just, like, sit there and just, like, breathe and just, like, think about nothing. And then afterwards, it brings me so much, like, joy and peace. And I'm just like, like, I can do anything. Like, I just feel so good after. And, like, it's kind of cringe, but, like, there's something about, like, that, those, like, 5 or 10 minutes where, like, you just, like, you just don't go on your phone, like, you don't do anything. It just, like, puts everything back in, like, alignment. And you're just like, it's okay. You're like,
it's almost like you just restarted the day, you know?
Yeah, you're just like, it's like, it's like that feeling almost when, like, you first wake up and you're just, like, kind of not thinking about anything. You just, like, wake up and you're like, oh, like, I just woke up. It's like, yeah, it's just, like, a good reset. And I've been really into it.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
And it's good, too, because I do it, like, if I come across a new song that I like, I'll, like, do it to that song, and then I'll be like, ooh, did I like that song? And then if I like it, like, I'll, like, add it to a playlist, because I've been making a new playlist for the summer, too, which has also been exciting, but.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, guys, next Saturday, so, oh my god, 6 days now from filming this, will be my 18th birthday. And it also is Sydney's spring break week, so she is going to get to come home and be with me on my birthday. So it also means we are going to have our first in-person podcast episode. I am personally kind of confused on how we will be able to film it. Sydney seems very optimistic, so hopefully it all works out well. Next week you will be able to find out, obviously. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't work out, we'll just film in other rooms in the house and do it like this.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be fine. But it'll be exciting because, like, we'll be able to at least, like, be together. Like, even if we're not together in the podcast, like, we know we're together. So, but yeah, Maddie's birthday is next Saturday. It's very
March
exciting. 5th. We're actually going to a concert on Maddie's birthday. And we're going to be out of town, so I also, like, don't know. We might be filming the podcast really late on Sunday.
Yeah.
Or it might even be pushed back to Monday next week. So, if the podcast is late next week, we're sorry. But, you know, we're trying our best, okay? We have to enjoy Maddie's birthday a little bit, too. But I'm sure we'll do, like, a fun little, like, birthday roundup.
Wait, yeah,
on the
it
podcast.
Could be fun. It could be all about me.
I was actually thinking that. I was like, should we do next week and just do, like, Maddie birthday edition and just, like, talk about you the whole time?
Oh, my God, yes.
You want to? Because I could literally talk about you forever, I feel like. Okay, so
I love talking about myself.
Now you guys have a sneak peek into next week's episode. If the title of next week's episode is completely different, pretend this conversation didn't happen.
Edit it out.
Just, yeah.
Erase your brain.
You didn't hear it. So, I think that's all we have for this week. I know it was another kind of, like, random one, but we had, like, a couple different things.
I think these are fun, though.
Yeah, we had a couple different things that we really wanted to talk about. Sorry if our Oscars conversation, you were just like, these two dumbasses. Like, they don't know anything.
Honestly, same with the Euphoria conversation, too, though.
No, at least we've seen Euphoria.
Okay, true.
We can have our own, like, we have our opinions on that. Like, even if people disagree with them, like, we have a basis. But also, I just want to say this too. This is a total side note, but I haven't talked to you really about it because I haven't talked to you much today. And since I have you here, I'm going to quick mention it. I am so excited about, like, the upcoming months in terms of music that's being released. This is a total side note, but today on Twitter, because I mentioned in a previous episode, like, I am a big Harry Styles stan, but, like, he's been
I forgot
spotted.
about this.
He's been spotted, like, filming music videos and stuff, and, like, I am crying on the inside because it's about to be summer. We're gonna get music. Like, I just feel like everything, like, Maddie and I are going to Europe this summer. Like, I just feel like it's about to be the summer that I thought, like, last summer, or the summer before was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, not last summer. The summer before was going to be. And, I don't know. I feel like, too, like, this podcast, like, everything's been, like, so fun and good. So, like, hopefully we can just keep the vibes going.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, that was a total random side note, but I wanted to include it.
I honestly have been so uninformed with all that new Harry stuff, but I'm excited for when it comes. I'm also not getting my hopes up because it's Harry.
I know. When he drops a new single, or when he... Yeah, I feel like when he does a single or, like, announces an album, like, we need to do a whole Harry episode that will probably be, like, 4 hours long, because when I say I can literally speak on this man for days, like, I literally can. Like, we're gonna have to go, like, year by year. I'm gonna be like, okay, 2012, this is what I was thinking, like, da-da-da, like, so, alright, well, as always, we hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next week, hopefully on Sunday, maybe on Monday. Everyone be sure to wish Maddie a happy birthday, so follow the Instagram, and, you know, like our posts and stuff, and you can show Maddie some love that way. So, alright, we will see you guys next week.
Bye!
Bye!